Hi, this is Veronica De La Fuente, host for MarVelez and Latin Connections magazine. And we're here to present Chris Gonzales, the lead actor for this upcoming movie, Counter Column. Can you tell us a little bit about your character on this?
Yeah, absolutely. So I play a character by the name of Antonio Mendoza, and he is from the inner city streets of San Antonio. He decides to go ahead and join the military to escape his life of crime. And well, when he does that, he meets an individual that's from a completely different lifestyle that he's accustomed to. And they end up butting heads. The character, Anthony, actually makes his life miserable. And in the process, some interesting things happen.
Wow, very interesting. How did you relate with that character yourself?
Playing the character of Anthony, we all have our own share of struggles and trials, tribulations that we all go through. Anthony and I are very, very different people. Even when I was living loco, a little loco, I was never the type of individual to be demeaning to someone or to make someone feel less than.
What do you dislike about this character?
Lots of things. Kind of going back to the other question, even though I admired Anthony for persevering and getting through the things that that he had to go through, the individual was just a very mean person that was an antagonizer and wanted to make people's lives miserable just because he was miserable. I dislike that a lot. Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge that you had about taking into this role?
I wanted to bring, playing Antonio, I wanted to bring a sense of authenticity, a sense of realness to the character. Because there are people out there in the communities that are like this, in the barrios or in the hood, that they go through these struggles that Anthony goes through. And I didn't want to portray this character and not do that justice, because Anthony Mendoza barely scratches the surface, like I said, on what some of these people in these environments go through. So I wanted to bring, like I said, as much as I can, as much intensity as I could to a PG-13 movie.
Was it easy to play this role?
No, absolutely not. I had to do a lot of homework.
Yeah. How do you prepare for this character?
I started with a long walk on the beach, and going in up to the mountains of the tip tops of Mount Everest. And no, I'm joking. No. How do I prepare for the character?
Yeah.
No, I read the script, and I ask the director, the producer, the director. Shout out to you, Gilbert Sorolla. He's actually from the south side of San Antonio, which in some areas are pretty infamous, and he was from those infamous areas back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And this movie is actually loosely based off of his lifestyle growing up, and my character specifically is also based off of people that he knew growing up. So I asked him a lot of questions about the character, what it was like for him growing up, and yeah.
Interesting, really. So what do you take away with you from this character, from having been this character?
Well, long story short, I've been on a journey. I've known God my entire life. I've always felt the presence of God around me. And, being raised by my mother, she always taught me that, you can pray anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can always pray wherever you are. And process of, before this film, I had decided that personally I wanted to get closer to God. So I started attending church, and just like I'm talking to you now, I had a one-on-one with God, and I just said, God, I've been doing theater and film since I was 15 years old, and I'm fortunate and I'm so thankful and blessed for all the roles that I've had, but I've never had that role that's, like, man, I love this, and I feel like I can do something to benefit and help other people. So I told God, I said, if there's some way that you can utilize me and with the gift that you've given me to help others, then do it, please. And so 6 months later, I got the audition for Countercalling, and it just so happened that I was at a place, going to church. I was going through a lot of things personally that I just decided that I didn't want the role. But my agent was adamant, so I went ahead and I did it. And I'm so thankful. And to answer your question, I know I got a little bit off topic there, but to answer your question, the film brought me a lot closer to God and was a tool that helped me get closer, like I said, to God.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is there any particular role that you really wanted, but you didn't get it?
All of them. No, seriously, I've auditioned for I don't know how many films, commercials, and all that. But everything happens for a reason, and the thing is you just got to keep going and stay adamant on wanting to pursue your dream, and don't let anything stop you or deter you from that. And that's what I was focused to do.
What thing do you know now that you wish you knew before getting into acting?
A few things, but the thing that pops up in my head first and foremost is not being afraid of rejection, not being afraid of being told no, and also being okay with being vulnerable, not caring what anybody thinks or says, because there's always going to be naysayers and people that want to criticize. But for all those, I just say peace and love to you, and I hope you get yours. I hope you find yours.
When you get a role in a movie, how do you prepare, or what steps did you take to fully understand the importance of your character to the story?
Well, like I said earlier, I really read the script. I dive into the script. I get with the director or the writers of the film, and I ask them questions about the character to help me with character development.
Okay. If you could choose, what 3 actors would you love to work with?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, I can't just say 3 actors. There's way too many. But some of the ones that come to mind are Charlie Chaplin. I'd love to work with Charlie. Marlon Brando. I would love to work with Marlon Brando too. Desi Arnaz, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Matthew McConaughey, Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp. There's just way too many for me to, and I'm leaving a lot out too. Denzel Washington, that's another great one. There's just so many.
So many.
Yeah.
How do you feel to be representing the Latino community in the big screen?
I'm honored, and I'm proud, and I hope that my people, and not just my people, but everybody can watch this movie and relate to it in some way, shape, or form. Maybe they know somebody that's like Anthony Mendoza, and I hope that they can learn something from it, and I hope that the film reaches all those that are hopeless, that can't see a brighter tomorrow, and I hope that it also helps those that contribute to people, contribute to people's hopelessness. Hopefully it opens their eyes and lets them realize, and maybe it'll look at their life and see, hey, there's a different way.
Yeah. ¿Hay algo que le quieras decir a nuestra comunidad latina? ¿Algún mensaje que les quieras compartir de ti?
Okay, yo entiendo español, pero no habla muy bien. Okay, so Todo mi gente, gracias. Gracias por todo. And I see you, my heart's with you. And Latinos Unidos, all of us just need to unite and stick together and stay strong. But not just Latinos, everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow, green, orange, teal, it doesn't matter. We all need to remember that we are all people, one under God. Peace and love to all of y'all.
Chris, thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you.
And we're looking forward to
It's a
watching the
pleasure.
movie on Thursday. I believe that's the premiere on Thursday, but for
Yeah.
everyone else, it's going to be until Friday, right?
The premiere, yes, Friday. We're
Right.
having a premiere on Thursday, but the film is going to be released to the general public April 2nd. So be sure to come on out. We'd love to meet you.
And this is Veronica De La Fuente with MarVelez and Latin Connection magazine from San Antonio, Texas.
Peace and love, y'all. Later.